This is from something I'm working on. It's called the Mott Street Stories, and these come about from my time living at 302 Mott Street from the mid-1990s to about 2013. In this building lived a myriad cast of musicians, junkies, poets, old-timers, and misfits. I counted myself among a few of these. Some of these stories can be told because the subjects are missing or dead. Some of these stories cannot be told in deference to those who are still living. This is a story about one who has vanished into the ether. It's called Sugar. He came to borrow a cup of sugar one evening, an older man, perhaps in his late 70s. This was after we had spoken a few times on our stoop, downstairs at the corner of Mott Street. He was slight in stature, a neat, light-skinned black gentleman, short gray hair, a gentle smile, and an air about him. On the street, we had spoken a few times about his hospitalization for a stroke. Although we had spoken a few times before that, or nodded hello in the many years I lived there. The sugar borrowing came not too long after we had spoken about his ailment. He stood at my doorway with a vessel in hand and a playful, sweet smile. How quaint, I thought. How cliché. A neighbor coming to borrow a cup of sugar. I opened my glass jar of white Dominoes and poured half a cup into his bowl. The man thanked me, smiled some more, and went back downstairs to his apartment. I don't recall his name. And the man is there, waiting for the door to open. I unlock the door and greet him. How are you? How have you been? How are you feeling? He has come to replace the sugar he had borrowed from the last time we met. He hands me a small, open cardboard box, a bit dilapidated, old, and wet. I can tell he is still suffering from his stroke, still not right in his thinking, so I accept the box graciously and thank him for its return. Along with the sugar, I'm getting a sense of his loneliness, his wanting to make a new friend. I feel for the man, but I'm hesitant, wary of his mental state. We say our goodbyes and retreat to our solitary corners. Now maybe a month later, another knock on my door, and it's him again, wanting me to come down to his apartment to investigate a ghost or creature he claims is sitting in his chair. While I do believe in these things, I get the sense that his mental state has deteriorated even more. I walk into his apartment and the loneliness immediately hits me. I've been in several other neighbors' apartments in this building, neighbors who have been here a long time. They are sparse, dingy, and dark. The man lives in such an apartment, dark, lit by one light bulb, a grayness from the walls. He asks, "Do you see it? Right there," pointing to a wooden chair with clothes piled on it. I tell him I don't see anything. He looks harder and then confesses, "It might have been a roach." I look at the walls, and there are photos of nude black men pasted haphazardly near his bed. They're not from magazines, but actual photographs, and I take a guess that the man must have been a photographer. He sits on the bed, then pats it, beckoning me to sit down next to him. And now I realize that the ghost was a ruse to get me into his room. I make my excuses about sitting all day, about needing to get back to my apartment to do some very important work. The man beckons again, but I smile and inch my way towards his front door. I turn the knob and say goodbye, leaving him in his lonely corner, and I go back to mine. This is the last time I will see the man at 302 Mott Street.